Tweed, founder of Liberty Travel Coach, relocation strategist, and welcome to Free Thinkers Rising. And today I have with me Jonathan Weinert, founder of Archipelibero, a intentional community in the Maltese Islands. So welcome, Jonathan, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello. Yes, I'm quite excited because until now I have not so much experience in speaking English. In the moment, I'm still in Germany, but in the end of this month, the 31st of May, my wife and I we will go to Malta, and the next day to Gozo and get our apartment there. We have a rental contract starting in June, and we relocate with our 4 children in August, end of August. Uh, in 4 weeks we will fly only with our youngest, our 5-month-old girl Aurelia, and yes. As Charlotte said, my name is Jonathan Weinert. I'm 33 years old from Germany. Mm, I'm working since 8 years in the financial business as a finance, investment, and insurance broker, and I work with clients all around Germany. So I work completely remote, so that for my business there's no difference if I work from Eastern Germany or from the Mediterranean, because Malta has the same time zone as Germany. Mm, yes. Before I studied industrial engineering, so I have a finance and engineering background. My family and I, we are all Catholic Christians, and besides the Archipelibero project, we will create, with God's help, an all Catholic mission on Gozo. We are active in the libertarian scene around 3 or 4 years, since I read Titus Gebel's book about free cities, and then I created the Nova Nicaea movement, which is the libertarian branch, the Christian branch of the Free Cities movement. Our idea is to bring Christians to libertarian projects like Free Cities. Yes, and within Archipelibero, there will be the first local Nova Nicaea group. Yes, that's yes. As I said, we have 4 children, and the ages of 11, 9, 7, and our youngest now half a year, 5 months.
So that's quite something to move your whole family to Malta from Germany.
Yes.
And why did you choose Malta as a place to form this intentional community?
During the last 2.5 years, we thought about different locations in Europe. For my wife, it was very important not to leave Europe, so that we have a short ways to our families and friends in Germany. And so we visited a lot of places. We started in 2024 when we did a road trip to Montelibero in Montenegro, and visited the community there. And some weeks later, or some months later, in the summer 2024, we did a round trip. Uh, we started in Germany and drove through France and Spain to Penedesco, the libertarian commune in the Galician mountains. Stayed there a week, lived with the libertarians there, and we are still in a very good contact. And I I still think about in the future buying a farmhouse there, as very beautiful there and very friendly people. Then from there we traveled back through Spain and France to the British Channel and went by ferry to Guernsey and Sark, visited both, and then came back the year later, so 2025 in February. My wife and I, very spontaneous, took a flight to Malta because we said after visiting different places, no place fitted perfectly. Before our travels, my favorite was Sark, but when we were there, we saw that it would be very hard to move to there and very difficult to make a life there. And in the other places, Montelibero and Penedesco, the especially in Montelibero, the language barrier would be very hard for the children to learn a Slavic language for the school without the parents even knowing that language. And in Spain, there is homeschooling in Spain is forbidden, like in Germany, and the next school from Penedesco is like 10 kilometers away, so it's quite far. It is possible to illegally do homeschooling there, but in this case, we on the one hand side, it wouldn't be a good feeling to do so, and on the other hand side, we would need a step in the middle because the communication between German and Spanish authorities. Was not really possible to move there. Maybe when the children are grown up, thus Spain could be a very interesting opportunity. Yes, and other those um, travels and considerations, we said some years ago we thought about moving to Malta, but never really discovered the land. We weren't there before last year, and we said after not finding the perfect place, let's give it a try, and we booked a flight in December, and the flight then was in February, and visited Malta for 2 days and Gozo for 1 day. And my wife said to me when we walked through Valletta, this is the first time a place which feels right for her. And for me, the priority was to get the family out of Germany, and Malta is really fitting. It's nearby. You have uh, a flight of 3 hours from Berlin and 2.5 from Breslau in Poland, which is quite close to our city in eastern Germany. Mm, so that's manageable. It's mainly English speaking, so there is a school system and a university where our children can learn in English. Yes, and so the decision was to go to Malta. Even though last year in spring I visited Liberstad in Norway, also with our oldest son, but this was more for fun. I never really considered to go to a country even colder as Germany.
Yes, I think Libercetta is very remote as well. So yeah, it's
Yes,
each community.
it's very nice there.
Yes,
It's
yes.
totally beautiful. And um, a fun fact, mm, last year we joined a traditional old Catholic church, um, which supports us in building up a mission in Gozo.
Okay.
And the bishop of this church, the Nordic Catholic Church, is situated in Norway. It's not far away from Liberstad.
Oh,
So,
really?
so maybe in the future I will also visit Liberstad again.
Yes, yes, maybe. Yeah, I think every community that you mentioned, I have been to Montelibero in
Mhm.
Montenegro. I think they're all very unique and they have,
Mhm.
their own flavor, their own culture. So getting back to Malta and Gozo, with them being on islands, what's it like
Mhm.
traveling to the island? I know even island life can have its challenges getting to the island, getting off the island, getting between the islands. What is that like?
Traveling between the islands is very
Yeah.
easy.
Okay.
Uh, there is a ferry connection at the Gozo channel, the small channel between Gozo and Malta, 24/7. And I think 3 or 4 ferries are operating, I would say twice or 3 times an hour. And you are on the ferry 20 minutes, half an hour. So it's like using the metro in London to get from one part of the city to another part. That's not the problem. Besides that big ferries, there are some other connections which cannot be used by cars. So they are pedestrian ferries only. For example, a fast ferry to Valletta, the capital city of Malta. So there are a few very good connections. There's only one scenario which can make the travel between the islands difficult. In winter, the sea is quite stormy. So this last winter, there was 1 day or 2 days where the ferry connections were interrupted, and the people had to stay on the island where they were. But that's once or twice a year, so that's not that big trouble. The connections from Malta to other parts of Europe are quite quite comfortable. Malta has an international airport with
Mhm.
connections to all larger European countries, and alone in Germany, I would say we have five or five or six airports in Germany with flights at least once or twice a week operating from and to Malta. So that's for traveling, it's not that big problem. For cargo, there are ferries. I have not yet tested them. My plan is mm, to do a trip by car with our second son, Louis Ferdinand, the 9-year-old, to bring some bulky luggage to our apartment in July. And we will see how well the car ferries work. So it is necessary to go by car from Germany through over the Alps through Italy, and then either take a ferry from the Italian mainland to Malta, which usually is overnight, or to take a ferry from the Italian mainland to Sicily,
Mhm.
then drive through Sicily to the southern coast, and take a 2.5 hour ferry from there to Malta. So the ferries are existing. I I haven't tried them yet, but I think they are working.
So are the islands self-sustainable? Like, do they have agriculture? And I have not been to Malta. I've always been very intrigued, but I haven't made it there yet.
You are warmly invited to visit us there and to see it yourself. Of course, Malta is the country of the European Union with the highest population density. So of course, it is in matters of food supply not what's the word, self-sustained, right?
Yeah. Sustainable or,
Uh,
yeah.
Self-sustainable. Um, there is a bit of agriculture in the northern and western part of the main island, and all over Gozo. So Gozo is the more rural of both islands, which was one reason for us to settle there. So in Gozo, you can get a lot of local products if you want to. But of course, they import a lot of food and especially also fuel and gas from abroad, mainly from Libya and Tunisia. They also have an electricity um, connection to Sicily, so that Malta and Sicily can support each other if on one side there's a need. Of course, they have large large opportunities for fishing, especially in Gozo. There are uh, very cute little fisher boats which go out, and people are allowed to do fishing from the coast. So our oldest is very excited to try fishing there.
What is cost of living like there? If they import a lot of their food, is food expensive or is it reasonably priced?
It's I only can compare it to Germany and to the places we travel to, and I can definitely say it is on on a similar level as in Germany, and a lot cheaper than, for example, on the Channel Islands. When we're in Sark and Guernsey, we discovered that during the island situation, the cost of living and especially the food is very, very expensive there. And that's not the case in Malta. I think it's because of the compared to Guernsey or Sark, larger population. Malta has 500,000, for food imports they have scale effects, and
Mm.
and and especially for fuel and gas and oil imports, they have long-term contracts with Libya and Tunisia.
So when do you expect that people may be able to start settling in Archipelibero?
There are already people there.
Oh, okay.
So when we started the project, some people joined our Telegram group, and which are already there. Uh,
Hmm.
One of our co-founders, Daniel Göbel, who created our website and maintains it, lives in Malta near the capital city, near Valletta, since 7 or 8 years. We met him when we were first there uh, last year, and he's quite active in the network state groups. So I knew him from different libertarian channels, and then we stayed with him 2 days in Malta, and he showed us a lot there. And when I was at the Free Cities conference last autumn, I think 2 or 3 couples came to our Nova Nicaea bench and told me that they are already living there. So there is a libertarian community on both islands. Then a single guy already moved in in February to the north of Malta, to St. Paul's Bay, from Germany also. So uh, we made it official, but we are not the first movers.
Okay. Very good. Now, for North Americans to be interested or possibly move over, what would their options be for residency? I know it's harder for us to get residency in the EU, and Malta is part of the EU. So,
Of course, for everyone else, it is harder to go there than it is for EU citizens, because as EU citizens, we have the right to go there, rent an apartment, and say, "Hey, hi, here we are." Um, but Malta has a digital nomad program.
mhm.
I am not very into it, because for me it's not an option. But it is a program which Daniel Goebel created. And that's quite funny. You see, Malta is such a small country that Daniel Goebel, a German citizen, living in Malta, talk to someone mm, of the government. I do not know to whom he spoke, and said, "Hey, um, I'm I'm connected with high potentials all over the world. It could be interesting for Malta to attract digital nomads to live here for some months, for some years. Would it be interesting to you to create a nomad visa program?" And they said, "Yes, of course. Could you write us a law?" And so he did. And they passed the law, and now there is a nomad visa program. And I was in contact some weeks ago with a guy from Liberia in Africa who applied for that program. There were some documents missing, so that in the first run he didn't get the visa, but he will try it next year again. Mm, But that program is especially for non EU citizens one option.
Well, Jonathan, as we wrap up today, what is one actionable step that you think people could take today to find their tribe, to find their community?
I would say go on the Free Communities website of the Free Cities Foundation, scroll through the communities, find one which fits the best for you, and give it a try and book a flight to just to visit, just to start to get a physical contact. For us, this was very important. I think a lot of people only gather information from the internet and dream about leaving the matrix, and do not give it a try. And I think crucial is to just travel. And of course, the first community we visited was not the best fitting for us, but we were in contact with people and they inspired us. It is Montelibero is for me is a large inspiration. Therefore, the name is simply the same, but in the middle of the sea. So Montelibero, the free the free mountain, and Archipelibero, the free mountain, which is in the middle of the sea. So some mountain tops looking out of the Mediterranean. Mm, and that's the idea to have the same kind of community as the guys ladies in Montenegro have with Montelibero, to create that in an English-speaking island state.
Sounds fantastic, and I think that's good advice. I think that's good advice.
I think language is crucial,
Yes.
definitely. And to take the first step and to try some communities and get in touch with people, with real people.
Yeah, real people. So, Jonathan, where can people go to find out more information about Archipelibero?
To
Or to
our
even connect with
website.
you? Yeah.
On our website, maybe you can link it in the video, and we also have a Telegram channel, which is also linked on the website. And yes, people can reach out to me. That's also no problem. Yes,
Okay.
and then first reach out in our Telegram group, and we will find an opportunity to meet in Gozo or Malta.
That sounds good. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Jonathan. And yes, I will put those links in the description for the website and the Telegram group. And I appreciate your conversation today, and I appreciate the work that you're doing to
Thank
bring
you.
a Christian libertarian community to Gozo. I certainly hope I get to visit it someday.
Okay. Thank you, and you're welcome.